Have you ever wondered what it would sound like to be near one of the most violent storms in our solar system? I'm not talking about a hurricane here on Earth. I'm talking about a storm so colossal, it could swallow our entire planet whole. Today, we're going on an auditory journey to Jupiter to listen to the unimaginable sounds of its Great Red Spot. So, what exactly is the Great Red Spot? It's a gigantic, persistent, anticyclonic storm, a high-pressure region in Jupiter's atmosphere that has been raging for at least 350 years, maybe even longer. Its winds can reach incredible speeds, over 400 miles per hour. That's more than twice as fast as the most powerful Category 5 hurricanes on Earth. To put its size into perspective, you could line up 3 Earths side by side and they would still fit comfortably within its swirling, crimson clouds. Now, let's get to the main event, the sound. Of course, sound as we know it needs a medium to travel through, like air. In the vacuum of space between Earth and Jupiter, there's silence. But within Jupiter's dense atmosphere, sound waves can and do travel. The sounds we're about to explore are based on scientific data translating information about wind speed, temperature, pressure, and atmospheric density into frequencies our ears can perceive. This process is called Data Sonification, and it gives us a scientifically grounded way to hear the unhearable. Imagine we're in a specialized probe, descending into the upper layers of Jupiter's atmosphere. Approaching the edge of the Great Red Spot, the first thing we'd notice isn't a roar, but a deep, pervasive hum. This is the background noise of Jupiter itself. The planet is a chaotic symphony of atmospheric activity, and this low-frequency drone is its baseline. It has the sound of immense volumes of hydrogen and helium gas flowing and churning on a planetary scale. It has to sound so deep you'd feel it in your chest more than you'd hear it with your ears. A constant, powerful vibration that speaks to the sheer size of this gas giant. As we get closer to the storm's outer bands, the sound begins to change. The deep hum is now layered with a rising, whistling noise. These are the winds. At the edge of the spot, the wind shear is incredible. The storm rotates counterclockwise, and it's rubbing against the surrounding atmospheric bands that are moving in the opposite direction. This creates immense turbulence. The sound would be like a cosmic jet engine, a high-pitched shriek that cuts through the bass-heavy hum. You can hear the friction, the sheer power of these opposing forces grinding against each other on a scale that's hard to comprehend. Now, let's plunge into the storm itself. As we cross the boundary, the soundscape becomes a chaotic and violent roar. The high-pitched shriek of the outer winds is now an all-encompassing tempest. The deep, rumbling bass intensifies dramatically. This is the sound of the storm's internal engine. Think of countless, massive thunderstorms all happening at once. While Jupiter's lightning is more common near its poles, the Great Red Spot has its own electrical activity. Data suggests there are powerful lightning flashes, or megabolts, thousands of times more powerful than anything on Earth. Each of these flashes would produce a thunderclap, unlike any we've ever experienced. On Earth, thunder is a sharp crack followed by a rumble. In Jupiter's dense atmosphere, the sound would be much deeper and more explosive. Imagine a sudden, deafening crack that instantly dissolves into a profound, gut-wrenching boom that reverberates for what feels like an eternity. The dense gas would carry the sound waves further and with more force, making the entire storm resonate with each discharge. The air itself would feel like it's being torn apart. As we venture deeper toward the center of the storm, something interesting happens. While the winds are fastest at the edges, the very center is thought to be relatively calm, much like the eye of a hurricane. The sound would likely decrease in intensity. The violent high-frequency roar would subside, replaced by a swirling, almost melodic, low-frequency vortex. It wouldn't be silent, but it would be the sound of organized power, a deep, rotating, thrumming. It's the sound of the storm's heart, a stable, spinning core of immense energy. You might hear strange, resonant frequencies as sound waves are trapped and bounce around within this calmer region, creating an eerie, cathedral-like effect. But this relative peace is deceptive. The Great Red Spot isn't just a horizontal storm. It has a significant vertical structure. It towers high above the surrounding cloud decks. Scientists have detected atmospheric waves, similar to sound waves, rippling out from the storm. These waves carry energy upwards, heating Jupiter's upper atmosphere to temperatures far hotter than they should be. So, even hundreds of miles above the visible clouds, the storm is making its presence known. The sound of these waves would be an ultra-low frequency infrasound, completely inaudible to human ears, but representing a constant, powerful pulse of energy being pumped into the sky. If we could hear it, it would be a slow, rhythmic whomp, 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 the heartbeat of a planetary monster. Let's also consider the texture of the sound. Jupiter's atmosphere isn't just gas. It's filled with clouds of ammonia, ice, ammonium hydrosulfide, and water ice crystals. As these particles are whipped around at hundreds of miles per hour, they would create a constant, hissing, static-like sound, similar to a sandstorm. It would be a gritty, abrasive layer on top of the deep rumbles and shrieks of the wind. It's the sound of the storm's substance, the very material it's made of, being violently tossed about. So, let's put it all together. Imagine you're floating in the heart of the Great Red Spot. You are surrounded by a deep, vibrating hum from the planet itself. Layered on top is the all-encompassing, deafening roar of winds that could rip steel apart. Every few moments a colossal thunderclap cracks and booms, shaking your very core. And through it all, there's a constant, gritty hiss of ice crystals pelting everything around you. It's not just noise, it's a physical assault of sound, a multi-layered symphony of pure, raw, planetary power. It's a soundscape that is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Exploring the sounds of celestial bodies like this isn't just a fun thought experiment. It helps scientists understand the physics at play in ways that visual data alone cannot. By translating data into sound, we can perceive patterns and changes that might otherwise be missed. We can hear the rhythm of a storm, the stress in a planetary atmosphere, and the sheer scale of cosmic events. It gives us a new sense with which to explore the universe, connecting us to these distant, alien worlds in a deeply visceral way. The Great Red Spot is not a silent, pretty picture in a textbook. It's a living, breathing, and screaming entity on a scale that defies human experience. And by listening to it, we get just a small taste of its incredible power. Thank you so much for joining me on this auditory journey to the King of Planets. It's a reminder that the universe is filled with wonders that engage all of our senses, even if we have to use science to translate them. If you found this as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures into the cosmos, and let me know in the comments what other celestial object you'd like to hear next. Until then, keep looking up.